So if you put your right arm when you're looking, yep, and then as soon as you pull that left one, I drop you.
Climbing the birds, it's not just a stunt, it's a character and you've got to perform.
Here we go. Greg, you want to call it?
Squat, please.
There's a lot of things to think about.
3, 2, 1.
I'm fortunate that I get to do exactly what my dream was, is to make movies.
Trip.
And I get the opportunity to climb the tallest building in the world. But when I climb to the very top of the Burj, there's a great sense of beauty to look out upon the desert.
We were putting our star way, way, way up in the air and doing stunts. I don't think we would have been able to prepare that if we hadn't had, Greg Smers and his team, because they're just really good. We've done the number of stunts a normal action movie has already, and we're only about 40% done with our movie. We got some great, amazing shots, and the first night I was sleeping and it was like 4 a.m. Suddenly my eyes just snapped open and I realized the star of our movie is like swinging around on the outside of the tallest building in the world, held on by like a tiny wire. And I just kind of went, "Ugh!"
This is a building that's still in construction, so a lot of the floors we were shooting at had to be brought up to a certain code of ours to be able to shoot on.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
To get elevators to reach some of the floors, to have power on some of the floors.
Rolling.
We had to meet with the board of directors, had to meet with the engineers to assure them we weren't going to endanger anybody.
Drop.
We weren't going to destroy their building.
Going back up, get ready to go again.
And let it roll.
So we had to make them comfortable with us, and I think we did that.
Drop.
I think we got it. Want to do another one for the heck of it?
Resetting.
Okay, we'll do one more just while we're here.
I was so focused on doing what my part of it was, as I think everybody was, that you kind of force this calmness on yourself.
Andy, are we ready to go? The camera is ready.
The Burj was very complicated.
Radio check. I got you, Greg. Thank you.
You're not only talking to the stunt guy's talking to Tom. I'm talking to the helicopter pilots. Tom's in these harnesses that are uncomfortable. There's all these limitations. The helicopters can only stay in the air about half an hour. The IMAX cameras can't shoot long. They burn through a lot of film really fast. If you have to reload the camera, they have to take it back to the helicopter base. Everybody's trying to line this stuff up, and poor Tom is on the outside of this tallest building in the world, hanging on, waiting for everything to get in position.
Do you want me to jump further and longer so that it can pan around? The only thing is it looked like your feet were skittering a little bit right before the jump.
Okay, Greg, did you copy that? Copy that. Yeah, I just got to get a couple of more, little Bambi leaps in there beforehand.
Greg, they said they're having
A little more Bambi, a little more, Peter Pan.
I had to figure out how do I fly off that building, and you have to figure it out very quickly because you can't stay up in that building in the gear that I was wearing for very long because you're being cut off in 2 main arteries across your harness and your legs are numb.
Okay, let's go to 1. So when you're set, Tom, we'll go. I'm set. All right, we're set.
I had to do it very quickly. I had to go, just decide. I just had to get it. You had to get it, you had to get it, you had to get it.
Action!
How was that? Oh, that was fun.
I'm not fully afraid of heights, but I certainly have a healthy fear of them. It was exciting. It was dangerous and exciting, and it was fun to sort of embrace that moment.
And action! Action on the camera.
I started way back, away from the window, and by the time we got to like the third or fourth take, my head was out the window.
All the years that I have been doing stunts and making movies, it took all of that knowledge to be able to accomplish not just what I did, I think what we all did with the Burj. From Greg, what he did, the design on how we could do that.
We're rolling.
Ellsworth with the camera.
Wind up, we're rolling.
Bird coming in and creating this sequence.
Action!
Swing!
Dazed. Cut. Let's do it one more time.
Heights, to me, I think are more terrifying if you're on the second floor, third floor, because it feels like, oh yeah, I could probably break my leg. But when you're that high in the air, you're like in a plane. I figured if I fell out, I can call a few people on the way down and say, hey man, I'm gonna be dead in a few minutes, but like, you know, what are you doing? It's a long way down.
Did you sleep last night?
Yeah, I usually sleep till about 3 a.m. I sleep from 11 to 3, and that's when I wake up to my 65 emails. We're shooting 65mm 15 perf, which is about that big each frame.
Action!
Exposed negative until it's developed isn't anything. It's just a chemical reaction. If it gets opened or x-rayed at any point, it's gone.
What this is the first chance to see whether the whole week we spent shooting Tom Cruise hanging from a building, if it's going to play well on screen, if it's worth the time and money and hassle and everything that everyone goes through to get it done.
It's fantastic. I mean, there were audible gasps in some shots, and this is when they're just in their roughest state, so it was pretty great. The reflections in the glass have moving things in them, like cars and stuff like that, and then they're actually reacting to the pressure of Tom's hands. And it's the kind of detail that you would never think to get in effects, and if you did do it, it would be tremendously expensive.
The whole process of 65 film and shooting IMAX in large format is there's pretty much one place that develops it, and that's in Los Angeles. So we would shoot on Monday in Dubai. We'd wrap the film on Monday night, can it up, put it on a flight Tuesday morning. It'd get to LA on Wednesday, and on Thursday we would have a neg check. So there'd be about a 4-day lag the moment you shot your film to the moment that you knew your footage was okay.
When you're inside the Burj and he steps out, you forget how high up you are. It was only when I went to dailies and I realized what I was watching was when I got like nauseous. I said, this is insane.
It was strange because a couple years earlier, driving through Dubai, discussing with Brian Burke the theory of doing a movie there, and then sitting on the set of Super 8, watching dailies in between takes of Tom Cruise risking his life to do something for a film, for his art. It was amazing to watch. Part of it was that Tom was outside doing death-defying stunts.
The countdown is not helping.
But at the same time, just the shots alone were kind of beautiful.